Okay. Welcome to the Wrestling Pod. I'm your host, Carlito Santiago, and today we're here to talk about what went down on Friday Night SmackDown in France. Lyon, France. Sikoa would defend his United States Championship against the former Bloodline honorary Sami Zayn, while Charlotte Flair and Alexa put their titles on the line against the Secret Hervis, Piper Nivens, and Alba Fire. What went down? What happened? I'm here to tell you. But before I do, please, if you could do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, comment down below, tell your friends, share this video, and of course, turn on those post notifications so you'll never miss a stream from us. Us and me and Lewis. So, John Cena and Logan Paul met face to face just before their clash in Paris. Just under 48 hours before they square off in one of the marquee matches at Clash in Paris, John Cena and Logan Paul shared the squared circle to kick off Friday's broadcasting, which of course happened at 3 p.m. So it already had happened before we got, the 8 o'clock special. But anyway, Paul hit the ring first and referred to himself as the Great Disruptor, before insisting that he is changing the face of wrestling. This brought out John Cena, who reminded Paul in the WWE Universe that he was the first disruptor. He then taught his opponent on Sunday a lesson in respect. By apologizing to the kid he famously cut down in one of the first heel promos months ago, and wrapped things up with a vow of victory. So graded an A, Paul's trash talking in France during his promo was a nice touch and earned him incredible heat, which will also earn him more incredible heat when Logan Paul wins against Cena. Now at 30 years old, when you make the front pages, it's for the wrong reason, Cena told Paul. That's a great line. He also called him a dickhead, which I thought was funny. He called him a dickhead, so there's that. No one panders to his audience like Cena. We're going to miss that after December, whether we know it or not. Yeah. So, we didn't have a women's championship match, did we? No, we didn't. Even though we were promised one. Alexa Bliss and Chelsea Green had a match. See, Chelsea Green and Alba Fire attacked the women's tag team champions, Bliss and Flair, before a scheduled match, injuring the latter's knee. That led to an impromptu singles match between Green and Bliss. Eventual Bliss jumped Green at the opening bell, but the former Women's United States Champion fended her off and took control of the bout through the commercial break. Bliss fought back and was rolling until Fire jumped on the apron and provided a momentary distraction. The champion knocked her to the floor, but Green got the knees up to prevent the twisted Bliss. Both competitors traded attempted finishers before Bliss stacked Green up in a schoolgirl roll-up for the victory. See, after the match, Green and Fire attacked Bliss. When Flair attempted to make the save, the Queen also met a similar fate as the heel stood tall to close out the segment. So we are continuously getting to build more with Flair and Bliss, with Green, and we need more. Give us more. Give us some more women tag teams. For Bliss and Flair. I'm not saying give us more women's tag teams, but take some NXT stars and put them on SmackDown, please. Because this is all we're just doing with them at this point. We're just fucking, especially promised us a fucking match, This was a mess from the narrative standpoint, as they blamed the sneak attack and Flair's knee injury for the advertised tag team title match being canceled, only to reveal that Piper Nivens was not cleared to compete in France anyway. So now you lied to us. You fucking lied to us. You sons of bitches. You lied to us. Fuck you. Finally, we get a match that involves the fucking Women's United States Champion. Michin took on Kiana James. So, backstage, Damian Priest answered a pre-recorded warning from Aleister Black by promising to beat him up and do it with a smile. In the arena, Michin, in pursuit of a shot at the Women's United States Championship, squared off with her associate Kiana James. James attempted to make her use her purse as a weapon and Meechin dodged it, rolled her up, and scored the win in just 6 seconds. The shocking speed of the match was not without consequence, as the prospect number 1 contender found herself on the receiving end of a beatdown at the hands of her rival, ending with the beautiful Madness diving her face first into the steel steps. It is typically not a great sign for one's future when they have been beaten in humiliatingly short order, as James was here. Giovanni Vinci, anyone? Yeah, if anybody remembers that one. Yeah. If anybody remembers Giovanni Vinci's shit, you'll know what we're talking about. Oh yeah, that's a bad grade. That's a D. That's fucking, we don't do D's here. We have F's. And this was a fucking fat F. Fat F. For fuck. A fat fuck. Big F. Big fucking F. You finally put this on the show, and instead of using our champion here to get ourselves a number 1 contender, you use the fucking associate. SmackDown. What's going on? What's going on, SmackDown? You're not off to a good start. You fucking first false advertise our women's tag team match, and you give us this shit. Oh boy, I feel bad for France. Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre came face to face. In the second face-to-face in-ring promo segment of the night, Randy Orton joined Drew McIntyre in the ring 1 week after dropping the Scottish Warrior with an RKO last week in Dublin. See, McIntyre warned the Viper about Cody Rhodes, telling the former world champion that the reigning undisputed WWE champion is not his friend, but an opportunist, only looking to exploit him to his own advantage. As one might assume, things turned physical in a short order and ended with the future Hall of Famer Orton dropping anyone and everyone around him with an RKO and standing tall. Eventually, we're going to have Randy Orton and Cody happen at some point. I know it's going to come, but for right now, McIntyre seems like a pretty good opponent for Cody, going towards WrestlePalooza. So yeah, B+. The Street Profits took on Mello Don't Miz. See, despite words of warning from Bo Dallas, sans, of course, Uncle Howdy costuming, the Street Profits and the team of Carmelo Hayes and The Miz squared off with an opportunity to challenge the Wyatt Six for the WWE Tag Team titles at a later date. And that later date being, of course, Clash in Paris. Miz ran interference early on, thwarting the babyface's onslaught out of the gates, allowing Hayes to turn the tides in the heels' favor. The heels dominated through the commercial break, but a desperation slam by Angelo Dawkins allowed him to make a much-needed tag to Montez Ford, who exploded in the ring with his trademark fanatic energy. Miz halted his momentum momentarily, delivering a DDT for a near fall. Hayes added a splash for another near fall. Looking to keep up his team championship hopes alive, the Wyatt Six made their presence felt, distracting The Miz and allowing the Street Profits to deliver the revelation for the victory. So the Street Profits will be facing the Wyatt Six at, of course, at Clash in Paris, and I've already made predictions for that. I wanted to wait until yesterday to finally get the predictions out. I figured, there was going to be a match added. I had some thought about it, and I was like, SmackDown's going to be in France, so it's going to be at like 3. We'll wait until they actually go through with it, and they did. So the Street Profits will face the Wyatt Six at Clash in Paris, and the Wyatt Six should retain. Graded a C+, though, so a bit mid, but again, any more work from these guys. And then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, your main event. Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa, U.S. title match. The rivalry between Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa reached a new level of intensity Friday night in the main event of SmackDown, with the United States Champion up for grabs. Solo Sikoa found himself in control early, wearing Sami Zayn down through the commercial break. As the challenger mounted a comeback, Sikoa's MFT, Tala Tonga, Tongaloa, and JC Mateo made their presence felt. But Jimmy Uso attempted to even the odds, but found himself beaten down until Jacob Fatu made the save. Heading down the stretch, Sikoa appeared to be in control despite a red-hot crowd being solidly behind his opponent. He delivered a top rope splash, but could only keep his opponent down for 2, as Zayn's trademark resilience reeled its heat. The challenger ducked a spike, delivering an exploder suplex in the corner and set up for the haluva kick. Solo cut him off, though, but Zayn delivered 2 straight finishers to secure the win in the title, all to a thunderous ovation from the fans in Lyons. This was great. While there was an abundance wrong with the Karrion Kross feud, at least it paid itself off with Zayn shaking off the Devil's influence and rediscovering his focus and confidence and winning the title. With that said, this was pretty satisfactory conclusion to the F2 solo rivalry, which appeared destined to conclude with Samoa Joe regaining his title, which of course should have happened at SummerSlam, but never did. Instead, we had Sami Zayn do it here and defeat Solo Sikoa. So now Sami Zayn's our new United States champion. So, I thought that was a pretty good ending to the show of SmackDown. You got Sami Zayn now there. But what was the overall grade with everybody standing tall here? And that shirt looks pretty fucking cool. Not gonna lie, that shirt looks pretty fucking cool. The August 29th episode of SmackDown kicked off with a red hot promo segment featuring John Cena and Paul and ended with a great moment in Sami Zayn winning his first United States Championship. In between was a mismatch of matches and segments that ranged from mostly okay to good, with one misstep being James and Michin. And that was hardly one of the talents. That was hardly on the talents themselves. Solid, if forgettable show. The aforementioned Paul and Cena confrontation serves as the biggest highlight of the broadcast, with everything else in between going to be good and mostly okay. For that, it gets a B, and I agree. I think it just gets a B. But we had an F in there, and that was a big mess up. I think it's a B, B minus, somewhere in between there. I'll concede that. Let it be a B. It's a go-home show, and yeah, but like, those were the big moments. It, honestly, other than, I mean, maybe the Randy Drew feud they got going on here on SmackDown, sure. But that confrontation, many confrontations. But yeah. That was SmackDown. I like that Sami Zayn won this, but maybe it should have been Sikoa. John Cena and Logan Paul are going to have a great match at Clash in Paris, and Cena's promo has been fiery, and he knows how to put over a match and a superstar in Logan Paul. So, I got some news for you guys. Next week, starting, of course, September 5th. Friday, September 5th. I know you guys are happy. Football kicks off, and Lewis got something for you. Lewis, of course, is going to be talking about what went down on Thursday Night Football between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. We had talked about this. We had a big announcement that we mentioned, and it's coming. So, look out, of course, for the NFL Thursday Night Football. What went down, of course. We'll probably be watching the football game on Thursday just because we got nothing to really do. So, yeah, look for that stream to be popped up. I'm going to set up everything maybe the first, as after I review the Clash in Paris pay-per-view. But yeah, I will see you guys on Monday, and I will see you guys on Tuesday. Lewis will be seen, of course, on Friday, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. I'll see you guys next week with a SmackDown summary. This was the SmackDown review. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, please hit that subscribe button, like, drop a comment down below if you enjoyed this, and turn on the post notifications, and share this with your friends or families if you want to see more content like this. Peace!